All right, good afternoon, guys. Welcome to the Working with Investors course. This is the property analysis class. And today we're going to be studying our properties that generate positive cash flow. We're going to be looking at multifamily homes and running the analysis through RPR's property analysis tool. We're going to look at fourplexes. We're going to look at properties with 8 units and 12 units and figure out what the cash flow is per month, per year, if there's anything that's positive out there. We briefly went over some of the condos earlier and figured out that very little positive cash flow is in condos because of high association fees and high maintenance costs. So we're going to look at properties that generate multiple incomes. So we'll start with matrix and go to residential income searches. We'll start in matrix and go to residential income searches. And we want to look at fourplexes. A duplex is nice. A fourplex is better. All right? 35 a 35 plex is definitely better, but also more costly to maintain. All right. So let's look at the fourplex first in Broward County, and then you're looking at 87 possible matches. All I've done is do residential income fourplex Broward County. Let's put a budget. Let's put a budget of $800,000 or less. Yeah, Broward County, $800,000 or less. We're left with 57 results. I really don't want to go through 57 results to look at the best one. So let's lower the price to $600,000 or less. 35, that's better. Okay. 35 results. And then we're going to go to results, and we'll start with the first one, which is a property for $344,000. Remember, folks, that I have it sorted by current price, starting with the least. Starting with the first one, this is a property in Fort Lauderdale. It's a property in Fort Lauderdale. It is a fourplex. Take a look. 2 doors over here. And possibly 2 doors in the back as well. So it's a fourplex. All right. Actually, it looks like it's 2 here and then 2 over here. If you want to know what it looks like from the top, click on the map. So it is 2 different buildings, right? One here, one here. Okay. All right, so this property is generating how much in income? $775, $816, $844, and $672. All 4 combined, if you pull out your calculator, it says it's 100% leased. All 4 of them. All 4 combined is generating how much in income? Sometimes, folks, they tell us down here. Sometimes we don't have to pull out our calculator. Sometimes the realtor will let us know in the gross income what the income is. In this case, they didn't let us know. Thank you very much. So 3,107. Is 3,107 10% of your purchase price? It is not. So my rule when I'm searching, before I even do further analysis, if it's the gross doesn't equal to 10 or more % of the purchase price, then it's not the best deal. It's probably still going to generate good cash flow, but it won't be the best. And there's so many out there that you can find with a larger than 10% gross. So
what would be your number? 15%?
No, my number depends on the expenses. My number on net operating income is that I'm at 7.5%, 7 to 7.5%. That's really good. I present you an investment that we're making 7%, 8% returns.
That includes management
And it includes everything, reserves, everything. So I need to find something in over 10% gross. All right? So we'll just keep on looking. Here's Pompano Beach, $350,000. $3,200. It's about 10%, almost 10%. Okay, let's not go too crazy. I mean,
3,200, you multiply by 12.
yeah, it is 10%. It's more. Yeah. Okay. All right. We're gonna just show you a few because we're bound to come up with something really, really good. Okay. Now I don't know if you saw this. All right. This property. They say that this property has the third one. They say that this property has an income of $52,000. Exactly. If that were really, really true, then this would be an incredible deal at $380,000. But I have a feeling by looking at this property is that this is not legal. All right. For starters, this branding here is not allowed. So this realtor must be, getting a fine. That branding is not allowed. But anyways, it looks legal, right? It's got multiple doors. And they say they have separate meters. All right. The property itself is configured with 4 units, 2 studios, 2 studio apartments, 1 bedroom, 1 bathroom, main house, 2-1. Okay. Not bad. If this were really something we want to get into, this is not bad generating that kind of income. We'll continue on. I want to show you like 10 properties. Okay. So here's one at $410,000 in Lauderhill. All right, this one, you do the math. I want you guys to know that the first property we looked at and this one is part of a multiple portfolio sale. The remarks on this one says you can buy it individually or buy the entire portfolio for $11.2 million.
So the rule of thumb is looking really quickly to just kind of price it 10%.
Yeah. Right. In order for me to invest some time in doing further analysis in class, you at home, you do it however you want. But in class, the rule of thumb is I'm looking for gross income to equal to 10 or more % of the purchase price. Okay. So right here, this is our income. You pull out your calculator real quickly. So look, I mean, you guys are faster than I am because I'm teaching and you guys have a calculator in hand. But doing 862 plus 904 plus 989 plus 899 equals I don't know. That's what the listing agent puts here. That's what they're rented at. Remember, the accuracy of this data depends on your data entry. So I'm going by what the realtor tells me the income is for each of these properties. It all has to be verifiable. They're supposed to provide us an income expense report. All right, in this case, it's $3,654 times 12. 43,848. It is over 10%.
But you said you're gonna do 11 months.
We're gonna. Well, that's when we start doing the net and all that stuff. Yes. Next, here's something in Lauderhill, 425, 1100, 1100. Sorry, 1100 and 1000. So 2100 plus another 1500. All right, so $3,600. Month to month. They're all month to month. This is all. Look here. They're telling you it has a total gross of 43,200, and then there's taxes, lawn, insurance, water. All right, and they're telling you it's got a 7% cap rate. I can do the math on this on RPR and see if this is right or not. There are things in here that he's missing. They're missing, like management of the property. Reserves, 10%. 10% of the income, all right, is your management. Should be your management of the property. And then another 10% for reserves, depending on how much you want to save. Okay. So there are things here that are missing. All right. I'm going to continue because I've seen that property before. Hollywood. Same of the multiple portfolio. And this landlord rents them at very odd numbers, right? 950, 9. That's why I'm not even going to use them. I mean, we would have to see right here, documents, the attachments. We would have to see. Look, they have an entire multiple portfolio. That's like a 100-page flyer. I don't want to do it, but you guys are invited to go through that and see. You won't believe the size of this stable investment property with great cash flow. All right. So they're telling you, all right, I think we found a really good one here. I like it when all 4 units are rented at $1,000 or more. Okay. So here we have leased, fully leased. 1,035, 1,025, 1,050, and 1,000. All right, let's use this one.
Yeah, why not?
Multiply 11, that's about 10%.
Yeah. So let's go ahead and look for the RPR logo, which is right here. Click on the RPR logo. We will launch RPR. And we're going to do the investment analysis for this property, which is right here. Property analysis for investors. Every time you launch RPR, within the summary of the property, you will look for property analysis for investors. And we are going to launch this. And we're going to hit continue.
Robert, quick question.
Yes.
In this case, you're not looking for the comparables because you're just going to invest for all your income. So you don't care what everybody else paid around you for the properties.
Well,
Or you look at
you should care. But for classes, for the class purpose, I just want to teach you how to use this tool. But yes, absolutely. Don't just take 447 as your offering price. Run your comps in the area and see what a fourplex of this size goes for, and then you determine what your proper purchase price should be. Okay. So let's say we did that. And we determined that 430 is what we're offering. So the purchase price, 430. If you want, right up here where it says property name, it's got the address. But to the right where it says scenario name, you can put this in here, analysis for your client, right? Put in and put in someone's name. All right? So total gross potential rent income.
It's 4,110 times 11 or 12.
So 4,100 and what? 10 times 11. All right, so we're going to do times 11 because we are automatically deducting 1 month for vacancy. Okay? We're going to deduct 1 month for vacancy, so the total is 45,210.
I know you answered this already, but if this is gross, technically you have to put in gross before you deduct anything.
Right.
Just a little, because of this one calculation here, because later on in the rent roll analysis and the budget.
All right. So to answer your question, he's asking, if it's asking me for gross, how come I'm doing times 11? I can do it times 12, and then when I'm inside of the study in the cash flow, I'm going to have to deduct 1 month. What would be, in percentage wise, what would be 1 month? There's 12 months in a year. So you would have to get the total and multiply times, whatever percentage it would be to deduct 1 month. I'd rather just do it this way. Get the total and multiply it times 11 months and be done with it. And instead of doing the math. Okay?
Just curious.
Yeah, that's fine. That's how I do it. Some people come in and they'll multiply times 0.8%, 45,210. Now, what are the operating expenses? This is where it gets fun because we're going to start to accumulate numbers based on some facts, and the others are basically a guess. All right? So some of the facts we'll know right away. Go to Matrix, and says that the taxes last year were really, really high. $9,200 and $9,262. It's pretty high. So 10,000, all right, 10K. That's taxes alone. That's pretty high. I didn't know it was that high. Okay. Insurance. Now I want to try and use the little insurance estimator we have here. So let's click. Next to the blue home, Insurance Spec, it's Surfina. It's one of our insurance brokerages. And look, we're insuring a dwelling of $329,000. I mean, we're buying this for $430,000. So that's more than enough. And your dwelling insurance is about $3,000, $2,859. Remember, this is just an estimate. All right. No, not $3,500. Let's leave it there. That's more than enough. $329,000. That's more than enough to cover cost of the building, the structure. The rest is lot. You're buying for $430,000. So the rest is really lot. All right. So $3,000 insurance. So far we're at $13,000. Let's go back to Matrix. Do they have separate meters? Yes, they have separate meters. What does the rent include? Water, lawn care, pest control, sewer, trash removal. So that's what the landlord has to cover. Those are the expenses we have to guess. If they didn't provide it, which they didn't, either in an attachment or down here, they didn't provide it. Sometimes they don't provide it because they want you to call them. They want you to call them to say, hey, look, I've got a client really interested in this. What are the financials? All right. Since we picked this one, let's just go ahead and run the numbers by guessing. How much you think water will be here? They pay their own electricity. All right. So how much water would be? 250 what? 4 units. It's 4 units. So if you say $400 a month,
Yes.
that's $4,800 a year. Okay? 4,800. I'm writing it down, guys. We're not printing. If we would be printing all of the proof in order to put a presentation together, or actually building a PowerPoint presentation. Since we're not building any, we're just, running a role play here. Then 4,800 in water. All right, so lawn care. I don't know how much grass there is here. I don't really see, all right, too much. I'm going to try and look at the map from the satellite view to see what kind of, grass we have around the property. So there's not much right here. All right, maybe some on the side right here, and there's nothing in the front. $60. I would say 50, but you want to say 60, we're good. 60 a month times 12.
720.
720. All right, 720. So pest control, once a month, come out and spray the house. It's an investment property. You got renters there. You need to have a clean house. $100 a month, so it's $1,200 a year. Pest control. We got the water. We got the pest control. It was $100 a month. Sewer. It should be in the taxes. I don't know why that's there. And trash removal should be in your taxes too. All right. So as far as expenses are concerned, I think I'm done there. Now, are you going to manage this property? Hello? I'm going right there. Are you going to manage this property? Basically, the property owner, the landlord, are they going to stick around? Are they going to be managing the property? If the answer is no, which in most cases it is no, then they need to hire a property manager that will charge them 10% of the yearly income. The yearly income was $45,000. $4,500 in property management fees. Now, reserves, which takes care of the replacement of the refrigerator and anything else that breaks down. Since you can't really guess what's going to happen, maybe in a 1 year's time frame, nothing happens. Minimal damage. Don't worry. The following year, it doubles. The following year, everything is going to break down, and it's raining cats and dogs and stuff.
What's the percentage?
So 10% is a good barometer. All right, you want to of the yearly income. So another $4,500. You're saving for when things break down. Another $4,500. You're saving $4,500 in reserves for when something does break down. Anything in the house. No, look, if the roof breaks down, then the owner has to, they can't, the owner can't, charge it to the renters. So that's something that the owner's going to have to expense it, all right, himself. So I think we're pretty much done, okay?
I have a question.
Yes.
Does the Dp3 insurance include the roof?
The Dp3 insurance is a full dwelling property insurance. The entire structure of the property. The homeowner's insurance, HO3, is when you are going to live in the property. Dwelling is when you're buying it for investment purposes, you take out a Dp3 insurance.
Let's say something goes wrong with the roof, and could you use that
It's covered.
insurance
It's covered.
Only on a hurricane. It's not going to cover just because it went bad, though.
Right.
No, not because it was bad. Some kind of, some kind of Mother Nature, damage, or fire or something, Okay. All right, so let's go back over here. So if you have, I'm going to go ahead and add the sum here. All right. We got $10,000 in taxes. That's pretty high. $3,000 in insurance. $4,800 in water. $720 in lawn. $1,200 in pest control. $4,500 in property management fees, $4,500. All right, in reserves. That's a total expense of $28,000 exactly. It's the taxes. The taxes really, 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 really are high. Can I confirm the taxes real quick? That's pretty amazing that the taxes are that high. Look at that. Look what they've been paying here. 4,600, 5,100, 5,500, and then look, huge jump. And there isn't a huge jump in property market value, but still jumped over to $8,374. And now $9,200. That just doesn't make sense. No, it says no homestead, no homestead, no homestead, all the way down the line. No homestead.
Well, or is it because there's a transfer? It's a sale in 2016, so it's reassessed. It was on the old tax basis.
Yeah, but you normally pay 2% in taxes. You pay 2% of your assessed value minus any exemptions. The assessed value here is $301,000. 2% of that is $6,000. It's not 10. Something's happening here, right? Something's happening here.
The owner should have contested that.
I thought it was odd that it was 10 grand. I mean, at $10,000, it should be a $600,000 property. This is not a $600,000 property, but anyways, that's what. Look,
Okay, but
that's look.
reassessed. It's 2014 was much.
Can't fight with the facts. Tax bill 2018, $9,200 in, $9,262. Where did you see that? Because that's important. The 2019 values currently shown are rollover values from 2018. These numbers will change frequently. Okay, that's fine. For $1,900. All right, so look, for this study's purpose only. All right, for this study's purpose, there is a Lauderhill fire rescue assessment of almost $2,000. So let's deduct that. All right, so let's deduct that. So let's go back over here, and it isn't 28,000. It's 26,720.
Why would you take that out? Why?
Because if you look at IMAP, and I said just for this class purpose, we caught this over here. There's a taxing district over here, and there's an assessment by the fire rescue for $1,952. You're not going to have an assessment every year.
Oh, you've been having it. Look, 17 to 1840's been going up every year. They've been having it every year.
Then it's time to move out of Lauderhill. Fine, guys. I just want to get through this. So, fact is that 28,720 is really high. That's a lot. Look. All right. If you look at it, it is over 50%. All right, of our income. All right, it is over 50% of our income.
That's what he's selling.
Okay. 3% annual growth, March, because February 1st already passed. 10 years. It's already there. 3% growth. The income will go up 3% every year. Loan to value, 75% loan, 25% down at 6% interest rate. If you can get better, that's fine. All right. If it's worse, then you know the numbers are going to be worse. Okay. So let's repeat. Buy it at $430,000. You have a gross income of $45,210 with total expenses of $28,720. Now, How can we improve on those numbers? Manage the property yourself. That's $4,500 right there in your pocket. You can't not count for reserves, because when something breaks, it cannot come out of your personal pocketbook. Like, you can't go into your personal bank account and fix your investment property. It needs to come from your investment income. All right? So that's why you save for reserves. Submit. I don't know. If you saw it before I did, then you know what's going on here. This is a property that we stopped at because we saw some potential in it, and we ran the numbers, and the numbers state that the unlevered analysis, which is an analysis if you were buying cash, returns of 5.74% over a 10-year period every year. So you are making over 50% of your money back. You invested, right? You invested how much? $430,000 to make $317,000 in cash flow back.
That's a 10-year time.
That's a 10-year time. It's not bad, but it's not the best. The idea is I need to show you how to use this program in order for you to figure out what the best is. So the levered analysis, which is a lesser amount that you are investing, which is 25% down, you're making negative 5%. Excuse me, negative 5%. You're still making $192,000. All right, but you're at a negative. If you go over here to purchase and sale, there's something else that we need to account for. Ready? Closing costs. Closing costs. We bought it for $430,000, so about $12,000. I normally do it times 3%. All right, so $12,000 in closing costs. All right, my numbers slightly went down on both. Now the negative is clear, right? 1 whole percent.
Where'd you enter closing costs, Robert?
Purchase and sale, closing costs right here. Now, the cash went down, but you're still at a healthy positive 5.5% return on your full $430,000 investment. Now, how can we improve this right here? This number. How can we improve this number? You're going to go to sources of funds. Okay, and take a look down here where it says permanent loan, and we're going to include a refinance. It's currently set to refinance in 24 months. Let's refinance in 60 months, which is 5 years. I don't know what the interest rate will be in 5 years. All right? But we are currently at 6%, so let's hope we get better. All right? So let's hope it gets better at, let's say, 5%. Okay. So basically, I went from negative 1.04 to 0.11. So I'm almost breaking even if I have to finance this deal. Okay? Also, what can I do? You come over here and you say, I want to finance not 75%, but I want to finance 60%. So I may have to put some more money down. Now look how much it makes sense. You put 40% down and you take out a loan of 60%, you are now at 50% returns. 5 times 10 is 50, right? So you're at 50% returns after 10 years. All right? Your loan of 40% generates an income of $159,000 all right, after 10 years. If you want to see the numbers in a spreadsheet, go to cash flow. Cash flow will tell you down here your income, 46,566, an increase of 3%, an increase of 3% year after year. That's your positive cash flow if you were buying cash. That's great. After 10 years, it'll equal to, you know, the 5% returns.
My cash flow page looks different than yours.
Scroll down.
And it's completely different layout. It's not on.
You sure? All right. You got annual view or monthly view? What are you at right now? I'm on annual view.
I don't have that option.
All right, I'll look into it now real quick.
That's fine.
Give me 1 second.
No problem.
So right here, this is your annual returns. And then if you were deducting the expenses, your positive net operating income is 17,846, 19,243. So the first was the gross. Then comes after expenses, your net. And then your net minus your debt, your financing, right? Which is your levered cash flow. You are at a negative on the first year when you purchase a property. Why? Your down payment, right? Your deposit, your not deposit, but your down payment, your 40%. You are out $176,000. All right. Then you're still negative on the second year, but now you start recuperating 163, 62, or of 1,600, 3,000. Now we refinanced halfway through at 5% interest rate. All right, you made money here. So this is after a 10-year period, the money you would have made in this property. All right. You present this to your client. You can put in all kinds of expenses. We're in cash flow. You can put in renovation expenses, payroll expenses, general and administrative expenses, marketing and advertising expenses, contract and maintenance expenses. Remember, guys, repairs and maintenance expenses. We put all of this in one sum. But the idea is you can separate it into like little, itemized expenses. If you really want to do a detailed report presentation for your client, okay? Property managers can also use this for rent roll and see how much each unit is consuming and earning. Okay. All right. Now, some of you say that you got this, but you're not getting the cash flow correctly. I'll look into it once we stop recording. But this is a presentation of basically looking at this from an investor point of view, 5% returns. Is that the best?
No.
It's not the best. But does it make sense? Yes. I mean, it's not 2% return. It's over 5% return. So it's not bad. Okay?
What does TTM mean? It's one of the column headings. You go for that?
On cash flow?
Yeah. TTM there. By 1, 2, 3, 4. Year TTM.
All right. So I'm not sure. And it's 0 anyways. I'm not sure what it means. Okay. Now, let's go back to Matrix. Let's go back to Matrix. Yep. So the idea is you're going to continue to look for the best opportunity. Here's one for 447. All right. And you just continue going on and on until you find the best deal. Now, remember, we have a program coming up to those of you that are Platinum Plus users that promises to say, show me the best cap rate, the best return on my investment in any particular city in South Florida, and it will give you those listings. It's called Real Dax.
Real what?
Real Dax. You'll see it on my dashboard briefly. You guys, you don't have access to it just yet. But those of you that are subscribed to the Platinum Plus, you will have access to Real Dax, and Real Dax will be a program where you can say, all right, I'm looking for a fourplex in Lauderhill. I'm looking for a fourplex in Hollywood. What's the best fourplex for my money in Hollywood? And it'll give it to you.
When will that be done?
Soon. It's already in the final stages of being activated to the membership.
1 month, 2 months, 3 months?
Soon.
Shortly.
It could be tomorrow. It could be live right now. All right. I have it, but you guys don't have it just yet. You will have it soon. Soon.
As soon as you pay $108.
Well, that's another thing. You're not just going to see it appear here if you're not subscribed to the Platinum Plus. So we need you guys to get subscribed to the Platinum Plus, which is $179 a year, and this is what you get. Rapatoni alongside Matrix, so you get 2 MLSs. You get Cloud CMA. You also get a premium Proxial membership. You also get the electronic signature from Form Simplicity, and you're now going to get Real Dax, which is a wonderful investment tool that we're presenting to you guys. All right, so if you have in your dashboard right here an option to subscribe, I highly recommend. It's really good. It's affordable, and Cloud CMA alone is a really great tool. You'll be happy just with Cloud CMA. The others, and then of course the e-signature in Form Simplicity. The rest is a bonus. Okay. Let me go into Matrix, and then let me do a different kind of search. Commercial search. Okay. Same thing we did for the fourplex. We'll do it for commercial. So I want to say goodbye to everyone watching my recording, and stay tuned for the commercial property valuations, which we'll have a recording for that. So long, and thank you for watching.